What's up, Squadron 7? We finally have a live-action Ahsoka Tano coming into our lives. Let's talk about Rosario Dawson being cast as Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian Season 2. Guys, we finally have it. In the midst of a crisis, I'm reading here that we finally have some good news amidst all of this pandemic news and all of this crisis news that we're hearing day in and day out. We finally get some good news, and that we're getting Ahsoka Tano live action. Slash Film reports Dawson has joined the cast of The Mandalorian Season 2 as live action Ahsoka Tano. Now this is some amazing news because we've been clamoring for years to see a live action version of Ahsoka Tano since Clone Wars, since Rebels, since hearing her voice in The Rise of Skywalker. We always were speculating when we would see an Ahsoka Tano live action, and I know that Rosario Dawson has been campaigning on her social media accounts that she could play Ahsoka Tano, and I believe she can, and I approve of this casting. Now, I do have my initial picks. I do have my number one pick, which is Katie Lotz, but nonetheless, Rosario Dawson will make a great Ahsoka Tano, because the child will be the ipso facto main subject matter in The Mandalorian going forward. Still don't know why the child is important, how important the child is, and since Din Djarin is going to be traveling with the child and they're going to still be hunting the child, it means that the overall narrative is going to have to frame the child. And Ahsoka Tano being cast in Season 2 means that her involvement with the child is inevitable. What we can also say about Season 2 is that we may yet see a live-action Sabine Wren, because we did leave Season 1 with Moff Gideon and the Darksaber, and if my information is correct, you can correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, the last time we saw Darksaber was Sabine Wren giving it to Bo-Katan Kryze, and so we may even get to see a live-action Bo-Katan. Here's where all of the branches and paths intertwine, because we have The Mandalorian, we have Din Djarin, we also have Sabine Wren and Bo-Katan who are also Mandalorian, and we have Moff Gideon who has the Darksaber, and then we have Ahsoka Tano. So not only do we get a live-action Ahsoka Tano in Rosario Dawson, we potentially can get a live-action Sabine Wren and Bo-Katan, because the Darksaber is a huge mythological piece. It's a huge kind of significant artifact for Mandalorians, and the show is called Mandalorian. It's about Din Djarin, obviously, but we've seen other Mandalorians in the show, and it's not so impossible to think that the presence of the Darksaber means that other Mandalorians will get to see is Sabine and Bo-Katan. And what would that look like? I'm not sure I have it. I know that the story in my mind right now is just jumbled, and we can speculate on where things go in Season 2, but all I know is that the child is Force sensitive, and the child is the only living representative of a youth in Yoda's species, and everyone is hunting it down. Din Djarin, Mandalorian, he has to protect the child in his journeys, and Ahsoka Tano comes in, and of course Moff Gideon with the Darksaber bringing in Sabine and Bo-Katan in that fashion. I think it all makes sense, and I'm pretty sure we have to prepare ourselves for a casting announcement for Sabine and Bo-Katan. All I know is that this is an awesome announcement. We finally get a live-action Ahsoka, and this may be an indicator of getting a live-action Sabine and Bo-Katan. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this casting announcement. Do you have your own cast of choice for Ahsoka Tano, or do you like Rosario Dawson? What does this mean for the story? Let me know in the comment section below as well what you think we'll see in Season 2, and do you think the Darksaber indicates or hints at us seeing Sabine and Bo-Katan? Leave it in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a like, and may the Force be with you and all of that. The Force will always be with you, and I'll see you in the next one.